City News is here. It is 3 days out since the collapse of the front of the building and the roof, but it's still a big story in Toronto. So I'm at College Street and I'm heading south on Augusta Avenue, and I'll be walking through Kensington Market. And Kensington Market, some of the buildings here have been here since the 1860s and up until the 1960s. So a lot of these buildings are old, and like I said, tonight I'm going to be walking towards a building that actually the facade collapsed just 3 days ago, and the fire department came in and had to evacuate 10 people. The building I'm headed towards was actually on the ground level was a convenience store, and above that were apartments. So tonight I'm going to be heading over there, and I do understand from what I've read that they have closed off the adjoining street, but I'm going to see how close I can get to seeing what they've done with this building. It's pretty quiet right now. There's that car, the plant car. And Kensington Market does have heritage status in Canada. So this whole area in Toronto is protected in terms of developers coming in and changing the history of this neighborhood. And you still have a lot of vendors from the Kensington Market era in terms of fruit market and vendors who sell clothing, but you got a lot of new vendors in this community now. And although they haven't changed the facade of most of these buildings, it does have a different feel to it. I remember this neighborhood 30 years ago, and it was much more eclectic. It still is, but I have sensed a change in the neighborhood. Like this store here, the Fairland, it used to be a grocery store, and the community fought back against it being turned into a retail cannabis store, but as you can see, they lost. A park that we're coming up on right now, during the pandemic and after the pandemic, it became a refuge for a lot of homeless or unhoused persons in the city, and there are still a few unhoused individuals in this park to the right of me here. See this building here, they've torn out the original facade of that building, and now you see it has been developed. You got these older homes here. And the park I was talking about is right across the street there. And I'm still gonna head south here to Dundas Street and see if the street has been closed off to pedestrian or vehicles. It is very tame this evening. It is a Monday evening, so I didn't expect too much action. I figure a lot of these businesses aren't open on Mondays. Mondays are generally not busy in terms of shopping in the city. So I'm coming up on Dundas right now, and let's see what is going on over here. So to my right here is where the building collapsed. So the sidewalk has been closed off to the public, and thank God nobody was killed or injured. These buildings are quite old, and when landlords and owners don't keep up with upkeep, they're bound to collapse or fall. And even standing here on the corner, I can see issues with that building right there. The brick is falling off. Let's get a closer look at that.
You know how you know that?
And this is like a bike house. And I can see that this side here looks to be going south too. So they do have the facade of the front has been demolished, but as you can see, there is still more to be done. And I'm gonna get around this fencing here. And as much as I despise developers coming in and tearing apart buildings that are old and add a fabric of history to the city, if it is a safety issue, I'm a strong believer it has to come down, and thank God nobody was hurt. So you can see right inside there now. Looks like it was a living room. Oh, look at the rot. feel badly for the people who lost their homes. And they're gonna come back and work on this. It's all gonna come down. And I'm gonna go down this alleyway here and give you a shot from the side here. Like, that is old bloody wood there. Jeez, I'm not surprised this fell down. Look at this brickwork here. Damn. Doesn't even look like it's attached, for God's sakes. Aww. I see a little bunny up there hanging on a hook. There's that bunny on the hook. I feel really badly for the people who were living here and their personal effects are still up there. And they just had to leave. So sad. City News is here. It is 3 days out since the collapse of the front of the building and the roof, but it's still a big story in Toronto. And I'm gonna walk down this laneway here. There were a number of tenants living inside of this building. And probably within a couple of weeks, this building will no longer be here. It will have to be torn down, and the police are still investigating the cause of the collapse. And we'll find out in a few weeks or longer, I guess. City TV News is on the story, and so am I. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.